It's a match made in heaven as the America's Cup challengers team up with F1 teams, sharing technology and staff. Ineos Britannia has embedded itself with the successful Mercedes F1 team, and this video has Lewis Hamilton visiting Sir Ben Ainsley's Barcelona AC Marina.
It's amazing, firstly, to see the boat in the water, the technology. I have seen the America's Cup boat to see how far the technologies come, but also some of the machine work, you know straight away, like the Formula 1 team's done that. So it's been really good to see.
Yeah, it was incredible driving the Ineos Britannia for the first time. Wasn't sure what to expect, but the speed that thing was doing across the water, foiling across, was mega impressive. And Ben gave me a chance behind the wheel, and the responsiveness and how quick it turned as well when he's doing these quick sharp bends, reacting to the wind, was pretty impressive. Yeah, awesome, amazing. Thank you so much.
Again, 40 knots there, George.
Yeah, it was really an amazing experience because you tend to forget how athletic it is. It's not only the driving that Ben does, or in our case George, but it's the cyclists on the boat that have to baseline at 250 watts and go to peaks of 500. With 8 knots of wind, we achieved more than 40 knots of speed. So it's amazing physics and hydrodynamics.
Thank you again to all of you. One of the best experiences I ever had in any sport.
This is your weekly Global Sailing Highlights show, The World on Water, July 5, 2024. The largest sailing regatta in the world, Kiel Week, wrapped this week. The Kiel Week Regatta 2024 came to an end on Sunday, the 30th of June, after 285 extremely varied sailing races, between light winds and stormy gusts. Denmark was also narrowly defeated by the hosts in the nation's ranking in sailing like in football. The skies wept at the end of the 8 international boat classes after 9 days of predominantly warm summery, sometimes Caribbean conditions.
And in the end, it finally happened. The typical Kieler-Woche weather. Often quoted, much feared, and yet somehow beloved in the sailing world. Clouds, rain, and wind over the Kiel Fjord influenced the preparations in the morning, the sailing on the race courses, and the images captured by Kieler-Woche TV. The starting signal was punctual, with a consistently shifting and decreasing wind of around 12 knots. Today, once again, the Open Ilka 6 class featuring one of Finland's leading lights, Olympic sailor Monika Mikkola. In race 1, Stephanie Louise Norton from Hong Kong found the best path and sailed out to the front, unchallenged from very early on the first upwind leg. Norton, who had already competed in the women's dinghy in the first part of Kieler-Woche and finished 25th, completed her 9th race day in Kiel today. Mikkola, leading in the overall standings, had a stroke of tactical bad luck. She couldn't position her boat where she wanted and ended up in the middle of the pack. At the first mark, the Finnish sailor was battling for the inside position, but Mikkola's rounding manoeuvre went completely wrong, resulting in a costly penalty. Meanwhile, Norton continued her tactically astute sailing on the second upwind leg and the final downwind stretch, securing an advantage of about 100 meters over the pack, a commanding distance that she maintained until the finish line. In race 2, Norton quickly took the lead again and defended her first place position all the way to the finish. This kept alive her chances for a podium spot. Morten Ben Burkhardt from the Kieler Yacht Club, Germany's medal hopeful, also had a shot at the podium after finishing 13th in the penultimate race. In the last race, the overall leader Mikkola encountered problems from the start and was temporarily back in the 50s. Sweden's Klaus Jarud took an early lead, while a close battle was underway for second and third place in the overall standings. On the final upwind leg, Zach Stieb moved into silver position, while Morten Ben Borchardt and Stephanie Louise Norton chose the wrong side, allowing Stieb to make a comeback from behind. Klaes Yarud comfortably won the final ILCA 6 race ahead of Jared Toh from Singapore and Lucas Collin from Thailand. New Zealander Stieb finished the race in 6th after his impressive comeback, securing the silver medal ahead of Veikka Banuban from Thailand. Borchardt ended up 15th overall, slipping to 5th place in the final standings. In the end, the gold medal went to Finland's Monika Mikkola with a 20-point lead.
It was, we had 3 races, obviously, with this offshore wind. It was all over the place, but somehow I managed to be consistent.
As part of the program at Kielovoka, new boat classes were also introduced this year. And for this season, the Wingfoilers had their premiere in Kiel. And with that, the races for Kielovoka 2024 came to an end. In summary, the organisers can boast impressive numbers: 3,500 sailors from 53 nations, around 1,400 boats across 28 classes, and around 285 starts across 7 racecourses. And sailing conditions were excellent throughout the event. The sailing world now turns its attention to the Olympic competition in Marseille starting in late July and the America's Cup events in Barcelona from August through to October. Many of the sailors who participated in this year's Kielovoka will be featuring at these major events later this summer. See you next year for another exciting Kielovoka.
As skipper and co-pilot of the Orient Express Racing Team's AC75, Quentin Delapierre is focused as the clock ticks down to the start of the Louis Vuitton 37th America's Cup Barcelona in around 50 days' time. As one of the leaders of the National Cup team, he is also among those welcoming VIP guests to the team's Barcelona base, which recently included the drivers of the French Formula One Alpine team, an official partner of Orient Express Racing Team.
Une expérience de fou en fait. J'ai une petite expérience dans la voile où j'ai réussi à faire un petit tour à l'époque avec François Gabard, mais ce bateau c'est vraiment la F1 des mers, quoi. C'est magnifique de voir la technologie aussi. Il y a énormément de choses qui se ressemblent pour nous et pour vous. C'est vraiment incroyable de pouvoir être aussi proche du bateau, d'être sur l'eau, d'avoir un vrai ressenti de la vitesse, de voir aussi de mes propres yeux le bateau voler, parce que c'est clairement pas quelque chose que j'avais eu l'occasion de voir auparavant dans ma vie. Et puis après, tout le travail de l'équipage. Quand j'ai vu le bateau passer, je me suis dit ouais, c'est fou quoi. On est dans Star Wars, le bateau il vole. C'était juste fou, on pouvait pas le suivre avec le bateau à moteur derrière.
Ah, c'était excellent.
It literally flies. Yeah. J'ai trouvé ça super intéressant même de pouvoir monter sur le bateau après, de vraiment comprendre le rôle de chacun et l'impact qu'ils ont dans le bateau. Et puis de pouvoir parler aussi avec Quentin de cognitif, d'endurance d'un flux nerveux, de réactivité, tout ça. Et en fait, on voit que y a beaucoup de similitudes en fait, entre notre monde et le vôtre. C'est vrai qu'il y en a énormément. Nous, dans notre cockpit, sur le volant, c'est pareil. Mais quand on est dans un environnement qu'on ne connaît pas, je trouve ça super impressionnant aussi parce qu'on se dit on veut comprendre à quoi ça sert et qu'est-ce que ça change. Après, c'est voilà, les différentes actions qui vont améliorer et bien sûr la recherche de performance sans cesse qu'il y a à l'intérieur du bateau. Et on essaie de faire un peu les similitudes avec la Formule 1 et au final il y en a énormément avec notre sport.
On parle un peu la même langue. Tout de suite il me demandait comment ça se passait sur le volant, où étaient les meilleures commandes ou les plus importantes. Parce que c'est des bateaux qui ne ressemblent pas du tout à ce qu'on pouvait voir il y a 10 ans. Déjà on est encastré dans des cockpits, on a le regard qui est projeté à hauteur de pont, c'est quelque chose qu'on n'a jamais fait en voile. Il n'y a plus une seule écoute, il n'y a plus de winch, il n'y a que des boutons partout. Et surtout, une fois en vol, la réactivité, elle est juste incroyable.
J'ai vu beaucoup de choses inspirées de la Formule 1. Donc ça ne m'a pas trop dépaysé. Beaucoup de fonctions voilà, qui sont hyper intéressantes, qui peuvent faire vraiment la différence. et je ne m'attendais pas à voir une telle technologie en fait dans ce bateau. Je suis hyper impressionné. J'adore voilà, voir le côté mécanique aussi de la chose, des technologies qui sont dingues, de l'impression 3D, du carbone de partout, des bancs pour tester toutes les pièces. Et vous avez vraiment fait voilà, une usine sur le port et ça c'est juste fou. Et le fait de pouvoir voir vraiment l'intérieur du sport, c'est sûr qu'on va suivre et on va supporter notre équipe pour les prochains rounds.
Emirates Team New Zealand are back sailing in Barcelona. Their AC-75 Taihoro, meaning to move swiftly as the sea between both sky and earth, did precisely that off the Barcelona waterfront, which will be the racecourse for the Louis Vuitton America's Cup, where racing starts in just 54 days' time. This video has 15 seconds of the Defender's boat on the Spanish waters.
Oh, it's fantastic. Feels great to be back here. Feels like we've only been away a few weeks from our long period here last year when we were sailing the AC-75, so no, this is perfect. We chose this date many months ago that we were going to try and sail. We had to wait for this little thunderstorm to go through this morning, but to get out today is really important for the team. It really signals the start of our last 4 months here in Barcelona, which we're really excited about and can't wait.
We're pretty excited to see what the boys have put all together and hopefully all the developments come through. Get out of motion with all the other teams.
Awesome milestone for the team today to get out on the water for our first session in our race boat here in Barcelona, and it was a short little weather window we had between a good bit of rain coming through and the breeze just ramping to a bit more than we wanted for a day one with a bit of sea state. So it was great to get out there, check in and make the most of the little window we had to see all the hard work that's gone in from everyone within the team to get the boat to this point where we could go sailing. So we've spent a little period off the water, so sailing team we're a little bit rusty at the moment, but really looking forward to getting into some of the finer details of the development program.
The Annapolis Yacht Club Junior Regatta is held annually in Annapolis, Maryland, for optimists, Ilkas and 420s, from near and far. This year's conditions were a little light and only one race was completed, but there were some other surprises out on the water. The T2P TV report was filmed by Captain Boomies, photos by James Porkchop Ronayne, edited by Ashley Love.
Also note that we are emphasizing sportsmanship, and you will find nominations for a sportsmanship award on the QR codes that are also posted around the campus, and it's also posted on ClubSpot. So coaches and parents and sailors, please be on the lookout for good sportsmanship. The event schedule is posted everywhere here. It's also posted online. If in the afternoon the breeze starts to die, we have the ability to just come in, pack up early, and enjoy some pool time and a big barbecue.
Yes, Nick Judy. All right, take her over, clear yourself.
Oh, yeah, no room.
James, you have my life jacket, my guy.
Yeah, I know, someone took mine.
No way.
Yeah, not kidding.
Yeah,
We got you guys. Get the whole game together. I bet. I'm gonna jump. Here, I'm gonna jump like the whole. All right, you ready? Happy NYC Regatta.
All right, everyone, thank you for coming to AYC. It wasn't the best day for wind on the water. Please thank your coaches for all that they've done for you all summer. And the last one is turn to your parents and give them a big thanks, and don't give them a hard time tonight when you're all sugared up, okay? All right.
Everybody smile.
And I want to thank my competitors for showing up from a bunch of different locations.
49er sailing sat down with French legends in the 49er, Julien Deordelais and Noudel Peck, and asked them these questions. How did you start sailing together in the 49er and when? Highlights of your career? You retired after Rio, what got you to get back in the game? How enjoyable was it to start again, going through the process again? Any observations about what's changed, and what is the same from when you started? So, are they retiring?
Hello, I'm Noé Delpech. I'm a crew of Julian in a 49er, and I'm 38.
I'm Julian Dortoli. I'm the helm, and I'm 40. So I begin to sail here, at the YCPR in Optimist in 1991. Then I begin 49er in 2003, and we begin to sail together with Noé in 2007.
I started sailing in Réunion Island when I grew up. I started 49er in 2003. I was in Antibes in southeast of France at the beginning for 2 years. Now I live in Marseille from 2005. As you can say, we started to sail together in 2007. And our first World Championship was in Sorrento in Australia in 2008.
And he asked me to marry, but I said, oh, come on, bro. Maybe
then we
it's too soon for me. I'm not ready.
Yeah, well, the city is really nice. You know, we have the small mountain with the Calanque behind where we can we can do some sport like cycling, running, and it's really, really cool. And we also have the seaside, which is super nice with the island and the wind. The weather is very good all the year. So nice place.
I'm born here in Marseille, so I always stay here and sail here. There is a lot of big moments. Maybe the first big moment was in 2010. We took the bronze medal in year at the World Cup, and so it was I think our first podium in World Cup, and so yeah, it was a nice one, really nice one. It was, I think, the beginning of a nice year who follow that regatta.
I think the year after that was 2011. We also did one more podium in year. We finished second, I think.
Yeah.
I
finished second.
And then in 2012, so 2 years later, we also have a very good World Championship. Was in Lake Garda, and we finished 12th. That was very good for us, wasn't it? C'est pas ça?
No, not exactly, but we met a good world in La Garda, but it was in 2009.
Yeah, you're right. Too many worlds.
2012, it was in Croatia, in Zadar, and then we finished 8th in the world. And I think, it is our first top 10 at the world. And then after, it was a really good period after the Olympic Games of London, as we were training partner for Manu and Stefan, because I think we finished during 1 year all the regatta in the top 6. So it was like a big increase for me. I really we feel consistent, and so it was nice. A really incredible experience, for sure. It was like a lot of emotions. And we have a really bad start in Rio. The 2 first races were so bad.
We were last after the first race?
Yeah, I think the first race we finished last.
So second before last.
And but we have an incredible third day, as we made a 1-1-3. And so we was after this, we were the 4th place. So we were back in the game. And we finished 5. So we were quite happy with the game. Not a medal, but happy with the way of sailing. I was 32. Like it was a normal age to retire. So I come back 6 years after, in 2022.
After Rio, I stopped Olympics for 1 year. And then I decided to come back with in 49er with Mathieu, which was still is my one of my best friends, of course. And it was a very good time with Mathieu. He's a super strong sailor. We had a very nice second place at the world was in 2018 in Aarhus. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get the qualification for Tokyo. So we stopped after Tokyo. Then we decided to come back with Julian for the Olympics here in Marseille.
Who made the first move?
For sure, it's Noé. I remember him crying in the phone. Oh, come on, Julian, please. Just the last dance. Oh, Noé, I can't. I have a family now. I have so much kid. Text message, but really...
Julian want to stop his job.
That's
no more time on
desk. Maybe the beginning. And I say, I think I send him like a joke. Hey, why don't we come back? And he say, oh really? You're hot? I say, I don't know. It was not a plan, but yeah. And in fact, we just speak about this, and I say, if I want to come back, maybe it's possible, but I have so much thing to manage to come back. But in fact, step by step, everything fits for a good comeback.
I remember the first talk was at the end of 2000. When was that? 2021, 2022, 21?
Not 22.
We say let's let 3 or 4 months to think about it, and then we will decide after that. And finally, we decide. I think it was the end of March 2020.
22. No, 22.
Yeah, end of March 2022, we decided to come back, but we had few months to think about it first.
And so we have a lunch here in YCPR together and say, okay, let's go. For sure, the fact that the game was in Marseille was a big thing to come back. When we sailed 49er for a long time, you don't remember that it was difficult before with I don't know all your body. I remember the 6 first months. It was I remember a lot of pain. Maybe that's
why. Maybe that's why.
Erling Albertson has stopped. So we can win the race. We can win the regatta. And Nathan Outreach too. So, okay, maybe we can come back.
The boat handling of the boat, the technique is a bit more physical than by the past, because at the beginning everybody was quite struggling with the boat, especially when it was windy. Now everybody improved a lot the technique, and the past sailor became coach. So the improvement of the young guys was is quite faster than by the past. I think the use of the boat is a bit more physical than before.
And now there is a really good girl at the communication. But if not, nothing.
I think that the top 30, 35 can win a race, so that's a bit more different than by the past. But no, finally, it's quite similar. I would like to talk about the parties, but the problem is I didn't go to the party anymore.
Oh, no.
I'm too old.
Yeah, sorry, I can't talk about this.